Hey friends, I wanted to answer a question I get asked pretty often considering I have like 10 Jeeps. I really like Jeeps. My name on here is Alexis XJ, named after a Jeep. So do I go to Jeep events? Do I wheel? That noise in the background is my chick. She is eating. Do I go to meets? What do I do? Why do I have 10 Jeeps? Do I do anything with them? Now, I'm gonna try to word this as best as I can because I do not want to come off as offensive when I say this. But to be completely honest, I think a lot of the Jeep world is, I don't want to say cringe because that feels mean, but like cringe isn't the end of the world. I do things that people would consider cringe, and I think that's okay. I do cringe things, and I can call myself out and say that's kind of cringe. But I know that, like, communities, people would take offense to that. So I don't mean any offense. Maybe it's just not for me. But a lot of the Jeep community is just not, it's just not for me. Like, it's mostly with Wranglers, specifically like JKs, JKUs, and I've had a JKU before, and like now the JLs and JLUs. But it's a mall crawler. It has red wheels, where it should say Rubicon on the hood. It says like Polar Express, like the name of the Jeep. They have a trillion ducks in the window. They have the Terminator looking grill, which is my least favorite. I'm so sorry if you have this and love this. I don't. The body armor, bed liner sprayed everywhere. To me, it's just not the vibe because typically they're mall crawlers and they meet up at a mall, say a couple words, look at each other's Jeeps, and like that's kind of it. And I think that's okay because here's the thing that people are shocked by. I don't wheel. I do not wheel my Jeeps, and so you can call me a fake Jeeper or whatever, but here's the side of the Jeep world that I personally like to be on. I like the preservation side. Like, I like XJ preservation. I like preserving older, cool Jeeps. Like, I have an 80 Wagoneer that I love. I'm obsessed with it. It was my dream vehicle for a very, very, very long time. I never thought I'd get one. But to me, like, cutting a fender on an XJ or a TJ or especially any FSJ is like a crime and a sin. And I would never cut a fender. I would never extremely modify any older Jeep. Never. You'll never see me doing that. So to other people, my Jeep side is cringe. To other people, it's really cringe to not wheel them, to own vehicles made for off-roading and not off-road them. And I respect people's opinions on that. That's fine if you think it's dumb. That's just what I like. I like just the history of XJs, all the factory options. Like a spare tire cover gets me excited. A rear cargo cover, that gets me on another level excited in terms of XJ stuff. Or like snowflake wheels, very excited about that. Very excited. The upcountry package, I love it. I can't get enough. I used to have all the numbers memorized of like how many Solar Yellow XJs came out in 2001 and stuff like that. So what's interesting and fun to me about collecting Jeeps is like I want to collect every single color and every single package. And right now I actually have every single package created with the 97 to 01 XJ. Like I have a police Jeep, a Forest Service Jeep, I have sport, the one even below sport, like the police one. I have an upcountry limited. I have a classic, I have a country, I have every single package offered in 9701. And to me, that's the excitement. To me, it is not exciting to cut fenders, throw 37s on there, lockers. Nope, that's not me. A roll cage, that is not at all what I like. I'm not into calling XJs shit boxes. To me, they're not. To me, it's like the greatest vehicle ever made. The 4.0 was literally the best gas engine ever made, in my opinion. So to me, I like preservation. I think the whole mall crawlers, Predator grill, to me, that's all. It's not my vibe. You'll never see me doing that. I like the history of Jeep, like the male Jeeps, the military Jeeps. To me, that stuff is really interesting. So the communities I'm in are like, it's typically like the old guys that, wear New Balances and are at the car meet super early and they bring like their military Jeep. You know what I mean? That is my vibe in the Jeep community. So that's why I don't go to meets. I don't do any of that. I like to enjoy my Jeeps with myself. They're like Sunday cruisers. They're like old man Jeeps kind of. So that's my thing. I've had, I don't know, 250 XJs since I was 16. I love them. I have a lot of fun with them. But that's just my honest opinion. Like I said, I really don't want to offend anyone. I'm not getting on here making fun of people saying, you're stupid if you don't wheel, because I don't wheel, but I don't make my Jeeps look like I wheel. I don't do that kind of stuff. So, but if you do and you love it, I'm happy for you. It literally doesn't matter what I think. I'm just answering the question of, do I go to meets and stuff like that? So no, I don't go to like the Gathering of the Jeeps or Drummond Island. I've never been to anything like that. I do have one Jeep that's like decently built and would be good on a trail. Absolutely, I have no question about it. It's just not something I'm terribly interested in. Maybe if someone like invited me, if I got an invite like, hey, if you're free this weekend, let's go to Drummond Island, bring an XJ, like let's just poke around for a couple days, then maybe I'd go. But it's not something I'm terribly interested in. I don't know. But in my Wrangler, I have a TJ. I'll do the wave, I'll wave. I've never received a duck, ever. I have one duck in the Jeep that came with the Jeep, but I've never been ducked. I do get the wave. But yeah, I'm just not, I don't know. And I've never been like included in the Jeep world. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like other people that do this, they just somehow get included and they have a lot of fellow Jeepers in their world. I don't know. I've just never really been included in it. Not that I've tried, but I don't know, y'all. That's just where I'm at with the Jeep world. I'm content where I'm at. So yeah, I don't really know where I'd be. I like preservation. I like FSJs, XJs, like 70s Cherokees, Wagoneers, all that good stuff. J10s, J20s. I have a Comanche too. All that stuff is what gets me excited. Okay? All that stuff gets me really excited. I love them. I love old Jeeps. I will always have old Jeeps. For the rest of my life, I will always have at least one, hopefully 6 or 7 XJs. So that's where I'm at in the Jeep world. If you guys have any questions or you want to see any of them, please let me know.